Okay, we have a piece of aluminum of unknown origin. It's kind of hex on the one end and round up here. I want to take this down to pure hex. Although I don't think it's an even hex. All these divisions are not the angles are not the same dimension. This one on the side here is much wider. But I just want to see how this cutter and machine deals with this aluminum. Let me step outside here and check on my animals, so they'll be all right. Let me just get a little light over here, a little more light, and we are in high range, so we're going to go forward. Make sure our workpiece is clear. First, I want to dial in some depth. So I'm going to start here at I'm going to raise it 200 thousandths. Power on. You gotta turn the phase converter on first. Okay. Power on. And I am feeding here. Okay, I hope the quill didn't actually move. So I'm not sure. When I clicked this on, my wheel was turning. I don't think it was actually moving the quill though, because this wasn't engaged here. So let's see if this doesn't look like 100 thousandths. Okay, didn't mean to hit pause there. Just the same. Cardboard boxes here. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful finish. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay, I'm going to pause this for just a moment.
I didn't quite anticipate where those chips were going to go. So to bring us back, no power. So I'm going to do 300 thousandths this time. It's 200, 300 thousandths. Some chips stuck underneath here. We'll bring us back across. See if we miss anything. Although I had no trouble doing that. It might have been a bit much. with 100 thousandths here. There's the ion storm there, no eruption. We'll get a much better finish on that. So let's do 200 thousandths. Put a little WD-40 on there. I need to get this on a can with a brush. You see we're starting to get into these threads here. Try 100 thousandths. Let's see what happens to those threads. Okay, let's come back. 100 thousandths back this way. I certainly like where the chips are going in that instance. 200. Good for that. Okay, I'm kind of going to decide what I want to do next on this. I need to do at least another pass. Here's $100. Okay, I guess this would be a chamfering tool. A little bit. Yeah, I really just don't have the travel for cleaning that up right. There's about 200 thousandths. Okay, a little off my table then. thousandths. Whereas that might be the right tool. I think I might be loosening the do like a couple 25 thousandths passes. Way too much tool pressure on that, I think. That's clearly not the time or place for a deep cut. Whoops. Although I do have a clean V there now. So let's take this thing up here about center line and then bring it up. Bring the table down.
We'll try this again. We'll just start with some very light passes. Apparently that's how you do that with this tool. Height is locked in. Table is locked in. My head is not trammed. Okay. I'll have to bring you back. Okay. Here's the piece I milled here. It's no big deal, just seeing what different cutters do. I learned on this cut here, very light passes to relieve the tool pressure, especially with my current setup, which is my dirty little secret, and that is my machine has the opportunity and the inclination to come out of tram. So let me position you where you might be able to see some movement. And you're just way too close. Okay, there's the head. You can see that pretty good, I think. So, I'll just kind of eyeball this right now. And then I'll get it close and then I'll trim it in with an indicator. Now, the reason for that, let's see how you think I did there. The reason for that, I can put an angle gauge on the quill here and shoot for a 90 degree, and that'll get me pretty close. And then I can use the indicator. The problem is, with this current adapter plate that connects the head to the body of the milling machine, I only have 2 T-nuts locking that head in position. Now, with my new adapter plate, I obviously have 4 points to engage with T-nuts. So it's just something I've been putting off because it just hasn't, up until now, it just hasn't been a problem. But the depth of these V-cuts when I first started out was way too deep, and was just moving that head around. So in a soon to come video, we will be removing the Conda head from the south bend and installing this adapter plate, where I will have 4 T-nuts locking that head into position. And then not only do I only have 2 T-nuts holding this, I'm only able to tighten it with well, it's not a metric, but it's not a very, where's my Allen wrench at for that? Okay. Well, actually, I just pulled a 5.5 millimeter. So that's, if not the size, very close to the size that I have to bear down on those 2 T-nuts, where with the new adapter plate, I will have a full-size nut to engage that in 4 different locations. So there's my dirty little secret. So I'm gonna take that off at the storette. I've gone ahead and cleaned the floor up. Yeah, chips go every freaking where. Now, I was at a garage sale recently, and I was walking out, and I said, "Is that one of them shower deals that you hang from the ceiling?" And they said, "Yeah, you can have that." So here it is. Let me make sure we're seeing the same thing. It's, you know, it's this big rectangle, and I have, I have attachments to attach it to the ceiling. And I'd like to maybe just use this as a starting point and set up some kind of system where I can be the man behind the curtain when operating the milling machine. But you gotta be kind of mindful of what kind of material you're going to use, because it's going to be bombarded by, you know, hot chips. And right now I'm using some kind of decorative shower curtain. It's a fabric, and yeah, the sticks stick to it from time to time. So that was fun. And this is stuff that I pulled out of a dumpster. A chip bin behind the tool shop. So There it is, just something to burn through. I doubt if I'll ever have anything to actually use that for, other than just making chips. Okay. Machining. It's a start. Well, guys, I don't know what that was. It was enough to let me know I need to get that head off the machine and get the proper adapter plate on there. I can look at it right now and tell it's not trimmed. I don't know what I was looking at before, but yeah, I guess I'm just kind of desperate to put out any kind of machining. You know, I feel bad I haven't put anything out lately, and especially in lieu of, you know, all the new members that Paul from Haxby Shed sent me. So once again, just be patient with me, bear with me, and I'll see if I can't, you know, come up with something actually interesting to watch. So it's YouTube and America's foremost student machinist. Tell a buddy, bring a friend. Kimberzelik. Still working on that. So it is. Well, I guess it's actually it's still Saturday. Yesterday, Friday the 13th. Is that right? Yeah. I made a video kind of explaining, you know, where I've been and apologizing for, you know, not having any content. Well, tonight I decided to do a little machining. My wife is actually spending the night with one of her girlfriends, and it's the first time she's, other than being in a hospital or a nursing home, it's the first time she's been away from home in quite a while. So of course that gives me free rein to come out in the shop and play around. As far as the video I made yesterday, I do want to share this older video of mine. Looks like it's 17 minutes. And there's the title. And I think you might find it interesting. It's cutting 4-start left-hand internal threads. And there is a disclaimer. You know, some people say they've never cut threads before, and I always encourage them, just try, you know, just do it. Don't shoot for anything to match anything. Just make the shapes. And the last thing I want to do is make out that I'm some kind of expert at threading, because there is just so much behind it, and so many, you know, it's, you know, I can make some threads match a nut, and make a nut and bolt that match, and you know, I have some thread wires, Shark River Machine Shop. How come I can't think of the man's name? Come on. Oh, Stephen Lang. Quite a while ago, gifted me with a set of thread gauges, thread wires. And, you know, I have since then, and George would understand this, that You know, I've had this thing for a year and haven't quite applied it to anything or tried to learn how to use it. George might attest that he would give me some advice and watch me disregard it for months until I finally figure it out. Not that what he's advising me is that complicated. It's I often sitting here by myself make things much more complicated than they are. So I'm not the thread doctor. I have a machine that enables me to cut multi-start threads very, very simply. I have no math, I don't have to figure anything out. I just have to, you know, look at the chart and it tells me where to start, you know, each thread and what sizes I can do. So I'm not going to play the video. I'm not going to upload the video that I made yesterday because other than explaining some stuff I did to my wife's car, the NOx sensors, and blah 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 blah. There's not much information in that video. So, you know, much like this video. So that's all I got. Again, YouTube and America's foremost student machinist, Kimberzelik. Tell a buddy, bring a friend.